Other than that, I wouldn't get my haircut.
I've seen one.
Hey, Claude, you bring that bid up, excavator.
Already started.
Call this meeting to order. At least we're getting on the air at the right time, Ross. Thank you very much. I appreciate everyone here today. Welcome to another meeting of Pulaski County Fiscal Court. We got some business to take care of today, and just glad to have everyone here. As our order of business, we'll do a moment of silence, and then I've asked Mr. Magistrate Turpin to lead us in the pledge. But do we have any concerns that should be brought before the court? Any of your thoughts, prayers, concerns that should be brought before at this time? Seeing none, I'll ask everyone just to take a pause for a few minutes or a few seconds to remember our needs, and then we'll do the pledge. Thank you. Will everyone please rise?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item of business we would have this morning would be to approve the minutes of the September 10th meeting. I think we have a copy in front of each.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Renshaw. Need a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Turpin. Give you a minute to look over them, see if you have any comments or additions. Hearing none and seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. The first item in new business would be to open excavator bids. That we asked for permission to bid this about a month ago, and I think we have had one bid returned.
Yep. Looks like it's from Boyd Cat. 316 rental Caterpillar, 2018 model, I guess. 91,536.99.
I would need a motion to accept this bid. Or do we need to review it?
You want to make sure? Yeah.
Motion to review.
Mr. Renshaw makes a motion to review the bid.
Second.
Second by Mr. Strunk. Any comments or questions on that?
How many hours is on that? Does it say?
Let's find that out during the review.
Either way.
It's got a lot of stuff here. I'm not sure.
But I'll get it later.
Let's see. Says it's sold as is. That might be a question you want to follow up on.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't see anything in this document that discusses how many hours it has on it.
All in favor of the motion to review the bid, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Who do you want me to give it to?
Next item of business would be the Pulaski County Extension Office tax rate. Mr. T.J. Atkins.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here
Good
to
morning.
present the tax rates for the Pulaski County Extension Office. This will be for the 25-26 fiscal year. With saying that, the Pulaski County District Board did vote to take the compensating rate given to us by the state, which actually lowered our taxes by about 0.5% from what they were the year before. So if anybody has any questions or comments about that, I'll be happy to try to answer those at this time, or we can roll on with the morning. All right.
Go.
Thank you all.
Thank you. TJ, do you know what the compensating rate was?
Actually, yes, I do. So compensating rate, let me get up here, I guess, don't I? Compensating rate for real property is 1.5, personal property is 1.9, and then the motor vehicle is 1.2, which we can't adjust the motor vehicle. So, but that was the rates that were given to us by the state for that fiscal year.
Just so that would be in the minutes.
Yeah, I should have done that. I'm sorry.
fine.
Done this enough. I should have known that. Thank you all.
Thank you.
I just had another one handed to me on the tax rates. I need a motion to allow all the tax rates to go on the county bill. I think that is from the sheriff's office. It came from his secretary there just now, that they needed a motion to put that on the tax rate, or on the tax bill that goes out next month. Motion by Mr. Strunk,
Second.
second by Mr. Wilson. Any comments, questions on that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. I think that's probably all you have listed on your agenda. I have, of course, a couple more that's came in since it was published. I have a resolution in front of me for a flap grant that the former court, I guess, I wasn't part of it, applied for back 2 or 3 years ago, and we did get 2 of those, and one of them is ready to process now at Bower Road, Boondocks area of southern Pulaski County. It's a federal grant of $500,000 to pave road in 5th District, and we have got the agreement. Everything's went through Frankfurt for about the speed of state government, and it has got back to us, and we have to have a resolution today to accept that, and then it goes back to Transportation Secretary Jim Gray, and we are good to go on that. So I think you have the resolution in front of you.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Ranshaw and a second by Mr. Strunk. Any comments or questions on that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item would be to set Halloween hours and date. The 31st of October is Halloween Day, and we probably need to set the hours. I think we would probably leave it on Thursday, the 31st, if it's good with the court, but I need to set the hours.
We usually do 6 to 9 in the county.
Make that a
I
motion.
make a motion, we approve October 31st, Halloween from 6 to 9.
Motion on the floor, need a second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Turpin. Any comments on that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to department reports. Road Department, Dwayne.
Morning. I'd like to ask for 3,000 ton of rock again.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Mr. Wilson, second by Mr. Strunk. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Moving on to finance. Finance report, Ms. Crisson.
Yeah.
Approval.
Road list.
I'm sorry.
Okay, let me go ahead with her and then we'll do the road list. We'll back up. Go ahead.
Looking for approval for August bank reconciliations.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Renshaw and second by Mr. Strunk. Any questions on the bank recs? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
I've also got the August treasurer settlement I need approval for.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Renshaw,
Second.
second by Mr. Turpin. Any questions on the treasurer settlement for the quarter? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Now we're back up to the road department, and we have a road list in front of you. Did we have any speed limits on that?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Wilson to accept the road list.
Second.
Second by Mr. Strunk. Any questions on the road list? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Do we have any other business to come before the court?
I want to thank the road department, kind of a personal matter, but the governor gave the court money back in, a year or so ago to widen and resurface Campground Road, and the road department worked very diligently on that and did a great job, and we've got a heavily traveled road out there that's now safe and for people to travel on, and so the road department did a great job, so compliment to the road department.
Thanks, Martin. If anybody's not driven on it, it'd be good to go out there and look at it. We did get a grant from the state, and county done nearly all the work except paving, and it turned out really nice. It's a wide road. It was improved from about 14 feet wide to about 22 feet wide. New blacktop, and it's a little over 2.5 miles long, so it was a nice job got done by the county, and we give them a lot of credit for doing it. Saved us a little bit of money, but it still ran over the budget, but we were expecting that with the money we received, but we've done some improvements to it that weren't on the original plan since we were into it, and it looks really nice.
Yep.
Any other questions or comments to come before the court? We move to citizens' comments. Do we have anyone here today that would like to speak before the court? If so, would you approach the podium and state your name?
Hi, my name is Jody McRoberts, and I live in the 5th District in unincorporated Somerset. I just want to make a comment on an action that was taken last fiscal court meeting. There was a vote to put the medical insurance out to bid, and unfortunately that vote failed. And I would just like to say that I really think that everything should go out to bid, whether it's medical insurance, we're at vehicles today, the electrical at Pulaski County Park, various things that go out to bid, janitorial services. And I think that that should be the same with medical insurance. And I always like to hear different perspectives, so I did have a phone conversation with one of you who voted yes, and also one of you who voted no, so I could hear both sides of the issue, and I still feel like it's really the best to put it out to bid. As it was brought up at the last meeting, sometimes maybe one agent might find a feature that another agent doesn't bring up. It was brought up that there's prepaid cards that are available. That's one of the options that you could do. So for employees going to until they use their deductible, they can just present the card and they don't have to fill out paperwork. And so I really just would like to see this court put that out to bid. So for those of you who voted yes to put out to bid, I want to thank you. For those of you who voted no, I'd really urge you to reconsider your position on that issue. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else want to come before the court?
We got a major problem and it's not being addressed, and I don't know why.
Would you state your name, please?
My name is Charles Carrender, and I've spoken to you before. You tell me to call the sheriff's department, but they don't seem to be able to get the job done with these outlaw bicycle people that came in here from Chicago and came in here from Cincinnati, and they're peddling meth. I work in the same building, the old Max building, and when they first came in here about 6-7 years ago, you could smell the odor of meth going through the building. So everybody knows the Outlaws are registered as a criminal organization by the U.S. Attorney General's office. It's well documented. They get arrested about every state that they go into. I've got the facts on my phone. they've run around Science Hill, they're wearing bulletproof vests and AR-15s. Now, that's not my vision for Pulaski County. That's why I run for office every 4 years, although I didn't run against you this last time. So I'm going to run again. I know I'm not going to get elected because I would be too efficient to get the job done, because all these drug dealers and these bicycle, I call them bicycle, motorcycle, we even call them, they're bicycles, artillery motors, jokes, guys running around in Halloween costumes with skeleton and goblin pictures, dealing dope in this community, and running around in front of a Dairy Mart with AR-15s and shooting into a state highway, which is a felony, by the way. And they've had shootouts up there. They're building the old Max building. I work in the cabinet shop next door, like I said, for John Richardson, but it has bullet holes in it where they get in shootouts. And I reckon these Avengers down by the Shell station, I'm the one that called the sheriff on them because they were down there with I don't know how much dope and rebel flags and dope and nonsense. So I had to call the sheriff's department on it. I take credit for that because they've calmed it down. That was about a year ago. Their wild parties and their get-togethers, and I'm trying to knock the dope out of this county and the drugs, and I don't think they'd be coming here unless they had a clientele that was driving them here. So I think the biggest issue the county needs to deal with is cutting out the dope networks and drug dealers and these motorcycle groups, I'll call them motorcycle groups for the sake of reference, that need to be dealt with in an efficient manner. Because I've got a different vision for Pulaski County than what it seems like a lot of people do. So that's the biggest issue and the biggest concern.
Okay.
And all the lawlessness. And telling me to go to the sheriff's department, well, I know if I was county judge, I'd tell you one thing, I wouldn't have to tell people to go to the sheriff's department because I'd say, I'm going to take care of it.
Okay. Thank you. Any other comments? Seeing none, I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Wilson and second by Mr. Strunk. All in favor, say aye.
No.
We will stand adjourned.